And finally, there is stormy scenes in Bangalore, but not of the weather variety, because once players finally got underway on the second day of the first test match between India and New Zealand in Bengaluru, it was a storm of a different kind. And Team India's day has so far begun in ignominy. They have been all out for a mere 46. This is the lowest ever total at home, a record that was previously standing for several decades, and this is the third lowest ever total here. A horror show for host India because multiple batsmen were dismissed on duck. The only batsman who could put up some sort of a resistance was Rishabh Pant, coming up with a score of 20s. To put it in perspective, the third highest score was by Mohammad Siraj at number 11, who scored 4 runs. Let me go across to him. My colleague Himanshu is joining us for more perspective. Himanshu, let's look at the bright side. I mean, my first evocation is what happened in Australia in the first test a few years ago when India was bowled out for 36. And then we went on to win the series. Hopefully, this is a similar omen, but shocking scenes in Bengaluru. A perfect storm in terms of the pitch and conditions, because I'm sure Team India is better than this score.
Oh, absolutely, Ritangshu, and I'm glad somebody is looking at some silver lining in this. But even the most optimistic of Indian cricket fans would actually struggle to find anything out of this. An absolute day of ignominy for Team India. If yesterday Bangalore residents were struggling because of the rain, today millions of cricket fans are feeling that pain because on a moist, damp Chinnaswamy pitch, New Zealand ran riot. I mean, the Kiwis, particularly led by Matt Henry and William O'Rourke, they have run through the famed and hallowed Indian batting lineup as if this was a lineup of club cricketers. From Kohli to Rohit, your entire middle order collapsing like a pack of cards. Yes, there was seam and bounce on the surface, but nobody would have actually ever expected India to collapse like this. If I could take you back almost 2 decades, Ritangshu, India's lowest score in New Zealand was 99, a batting lineup dominated by Tendulkar, Dravid, the like Sehwag. And back then, somebody by the name of Shane Bond had actually run amok through the Indian batting lineup. 20 years later, his protege, Matt Henry and William Rourke, they have done the same thing.
It seems history has repeated itself, and history of a dubious kind. Himanshu, I'm sorry, I'll have to move on at this point, but thanks a lot for joining us with those perspectives. Hopefully, when India goes out to field, and they have gone to field, it's a slightly different story, and they're able to claw their way back into this match.